So what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to come at y'all and let y'all know that I've been doing my thing. I'm in my real estate class and finna get my real estate license here in California, so y'all can see all these notes I'm taking, see all my little stuff. But I'm going through and I'm finding out things that I would not have otherwise known. So I'm having a good time learning more about real estate, and I want to start trying to get at my folks that want to invest in real estate and do something that's community, something that we can invest in together. Because when you think about it, the reason why we can't have a lot of property like individually is because you got to have a lot of money if you want multi-million-dollar properties and stuff like that. But if we do it ourselves, if we do it together, think about this. Do you know how easy it would be to actually buy some property that we can all go in on together? That would be the optimal way to do it. So I'll do a little math with you guys. Think about it like this. I was looking at a property that was it's 5.9 million, okay, and it's 8,180 acres here in California. 5.9 million. So let's say if we have 50 people that wanted to go in on this property, okay, because I'm just doing some math. So the property is 5.9 million. Let's add a little bit more because once you put in all the rest of it, it may be a little bit more. So I'm just gonna do 6,300,000. Okay. Now we divide that by 50 people. Okay, so we divide that by 50. That's 126,000 each that you would technically be financing. Okay, so now you take that 126,000 and divide it by 30 years. That's 4,200 a year. Okay, and then you divide that by 12, and your monthly payment would be $350. Okay, now if 50 people divided up 8,180 acres divided by 50, that's 163 acres each. Think about that. That's a good portion of land right there. Now, of course, we wouldn't break it up into 163 acres each because that's kind of defeating the purpose. But think about that. Think how easy it would be for 50 people to go after a $6 million property, a $6.3 million property. Okay. So when you start thinking about it like that, doing things together with other people would make things extremely easy. Um, the problem is, there's a lot of, um, the people that work and want to invest in something like that are a little bit uh, 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 wary about going into business with a bunch of people like that. But the main thing is to be able to set it up to where you can come in, you can invest, and if you decide you don't want to be involved anymore, you can get back out. So let's just say you got in 2 years later, you didn't want to have nothing else to do with it. I get that. If that's the case, I get that. So you get out, and 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. If the property increased in that time, you would get your initial investment back plus the increase in interest, and then you can go minus any fees. If as long as you wasn't behind or anything like that. You know, but think about that. That is an excellent way for us to be able to do something. What could you do with 8,000 acres? And it don't have to be 8,000 acres. I'm just using that as a jump off, as an example. But if we start doing stuff like that, opening schools, doing recreational events, um, somewhere for our kids to go get on ATVs and get in boats and go out there and shoot because it's hunting on the land and stuff like that, that can benefit us a lot. So we need to start thinking more along the lines of collaborative economics. We have to start collabing with each other. If you got a business, wouldn't it be easier and a whole lot more economical for you to be in a group of a whole lot of people that is constantly pushing business your way? If you're a mechanic and all of us are saying, hey, if you need your car fixed, send it over here. You know, go here's a list of dealers in our network, or mechanics in our network. Same as if you're a real estate agent or a school teacher, or you sell goods, you go to events and you set up a booth and all that, because that's what we like to do. I like to do that. So I would love for a whole bunch of people in my community to know that I'm somewhere out. um, I got a booth somewhere, I'm a vendor, and people are putting it out all over the area. Hey, y'all should go down there and go see, Omar and his wife, blah blah blah, and spend some money with them. So um, if we're doing stuff like that, and we're actually helping each other grow, do you know how much better things would be? And I'm just sitting here running my mouth, y'all. I'm just saying, it's time for us to start making sure that we do things for one another. And at the same time, we're helping ourselves also. Um, and one thing about buying property, when you do buy property, there's no reason to just stop at one. Why stop at one? Why not get two or five or eight? Why not have them in other states? You know, why not take a project like this and just go nationwide with it? And the more people that we get on, because there are plenty of people that are out there working, got good jobs, and don't mind investing in something like this. But it has to be in a way where everyone will feel comfortable investing and knowing that they're not going to lose anything. And that's where the paperwork comes in. But before you even get to that stage, you have to have a meeting. The meeting has to be set up with a bunch of like-minded people that want to come in and sit down and talk about how we're going to proceed, how we're going to create it, how we're going to do the investment part of it, how it's going to benefit you and your family and your neighbors, and just something to get involved in, which will make it easier actually for you to even buy a personal home. Okay, so if even if you don't own your own home currently, but you can show that you own a piece of property that actually has value, well, that makes it easier for you to buy a home also. So just little things like that. And I talked to a 23-year-old, won't say her name, but she has a 2-month-old baby. And I was talking to her, and she was like, I would like to get in something like that. And I was like, hey, we'd be glad to have you. And I asked her, was she buying or renting? She said she was renting. And I told her, I said, what I would like to see, what I would like for your child. And she said, what's that? I said, for your child to never enter public school. We should be teaching our kids. We should be the ones that are educating our kids. We should get our accredited teachers to come and teach the kids that are coming up, so at least they can get the background from their own people, because we can't expect to get that through public education. We haven't been getting it, and we're not going to start getting it. So we need to start setting up stuff like that for each other. But there's a lot that goes on. If you own land like that, and it don't have to be 8,000 acres. It can be much. It can be 20 acres. It could be much cheaper than that. But I just threw that out there just to give you an idea of what it would be like to go in as a group and be able to purchase a piece of land like that. And that would be really, really big. And it's not something that's unobtainable. We can obtain these things, but until we start to work together, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So I'll say this, just so I'm not running my mouth or nothing like that. Here's something simple for the average person that buys a home. Okay, has any of you ever heard of declared homestead? Okay, declared homestead is a form that you would file to record at the county recorder to attach it to the title of your home. It has to be your primary dwelling. It has to be your primary dwelling. Okay, that's number one. So if it's not your primary dwelling, then it doesn't work. But if you're the one living in the home, and let's just say, now this is other than tax liens. If you got government or state tax liens, it doesn't protect against that. What a declared homestead does is it protects a certain portion of the interest in your home against unsecured debt. So let's just say you bought cars and you got credit cards and you got personal loans and stuff like this. And then all of a sudden, you lose your job. Okay? And for whatever reason, it ain't no, you just can't get back. They foreclosing on your house. Okay? What would you do? I mean, is it time to, get back in the game? Is it time to go find another job? Or the bottom line is, what is your next move if you're getting foreclosed on and you have no money? Well, guess what? If you filed a declared homestead, there's a portion of your interest that would be protected. Okay. And it will protect automatically without filing no paperwork. You get 50 grand. 50 grand of the first 50 grand of your interest in your home would be protected against being able to be collected on to pay debts. Okay. And what you do is, if that declared homestead is not filed, then you can't make a claim. Okay. So you want to file the declared homestead first, and then you want to make a claim if it ever comes to that, and your interest would be saved. Now, you automatically get the first 50,000, okay, without doing anything. But if you don't know to file that claim, then you would never have access to that money. Okay, so the little nugget that I'm dropping is that if you own a home and it is your primary residence, okay, you want to file a declared homestead. All it does is it attaches to the title of the home, and if something happens, you can collect you can save a portion of your interest from going to creditors and stuff like that. If you're a married couple, well, let's just say you're a single person but you have kids, that can save you the first 75,000. If you're married, 150,000. If you're 65 years or older or disabled mentally or physically, 175,000, 150. It just depends on what county. I guess I don't know if it changes from county to county, but just think, you get foreclosed on. It's not because of taxes, not because of government or state taxes, but because you just got a bunch of stuff out there and you can't pay for it, and now they're attaching your house. When you leave and they sell that house, you would get that 50,000 or that 75,000 or that 150,000. So think of what that would do for you as far as making financial decisions, because a lot of people don't want to make financial decisions based on, oh, I'm gonna lose my house, I'm gonna be penniless, they'll foreclose, take my house, and I'll just end up with nothing. Not if you have a declared homestead. Okay, so if you got that declared homestead, if that ever happens, hopefully it'll never happen. Hopefully you'll never end up in a position like that. But if you do, you can file a claim and it will save that portion of your interest from being collected on. And they have to give that to you. So those are things that's one thing that the average person doesn't know. But if you never file that claim, if you never file that, get that document recorded, the declared homestead, the moment that house sells, it's gone. You can't retrieve it. So the paper is free. You can get it from the county clerk. You got to have it notarized. Once it's notarized, it's called a declared homestead. And once you have it notarized, then you send it into the county clerk. And then what they're going to do is, once they actually record it, they're going to send you a copy of that recorded. From there, staple it to the title of the house. Wherever you keep your title, just keep them together. Because if push comes to shove and you end up in a foreclosure situation, you can save interest in your home. And a lot of people don't know that. So I just want to drop that little nugget on y'all. Share this video. Hopefully it helped you. Click that subscribe button, click that notification bell. When I keep learning stuff, I'm gonna keep on dropping little nuggets. You know what I mean? I mean, we can go into tax lien sales, which is a little more risky, but if you know how to do it, it's easy to do. And it's a lot of stuff. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm about to be done with the third chapter. I'm only in the third chapter of the first course. Like literally, I am literally at the beginning of this entire journey, and I'm already finding out stuff that can help the average homeowner actually save money and not walk away from a foreclosure like you have nothing coming. You actually do have something coming. So I just wanted to go live. This is the first time I went live. I'm going live on YouTube, and wanted to check out my new camera, see how it look. I realize over on this side it might be a little dark, I guess, because ain't no light over here. So I can work on that and all that. But this is just my little nugget for the day. Just wanted y'all to know we should do some stuff together. We should get into some investment situations, helping each other, push our businesses. Matter of fact, I want to put something in. I want to put a link into this chat here. Give me a second to look this up, y'all. And I'm gonna share something with y'all, and I want y'all to look at these listings because they are good listings, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here exactly the way I see it on my phone. So let's see. HTTPS. I can just copy and paste this, but that's okay. No big deal. Let's see. And I'm sharing this because we should be up on stuff like this. And I'm gonna put it out there, and I want to make sure everybody understand that this is something that we can do. We don't have to look for nobody else to do this for us. And I want y'all to share this link too. So if you're looking at this and you see this, I want you to share this link with your friends, because I think y'all should know. Slash, man, it's a whole lot of slashes. Dash branches. Okay, so I'm sending this right now. I want y'all to click on that link. It's gonna take you somewhere cool. Share this with you. Share this with your friends, your family, and get at me. Y'all can send me messages through Facebook, through YouTube. You can comment on this video. I'm actually setting up a meeting with a bunch of different professionals, teachers, farmers, Black. Okay, this is for Black people. Okay, I'm trying to get us to work together. This is not to be exclusive of anyone else, but I just want to make sure that we're able to be able to buy things and do things and set up places for us to go and not be bothered and stuff like that. Because I get tired of going and having to, rely on other people's land in order to go out and go shooting, or just go get on some ATVs and just take the kids out, or grab a boat and go out on the lake and all that. And they have all that on these properties. You can look through those properties and you can see where, it don't have to be $6 million property. It don't have to, it could be $100,000 property, and you can go in with 8 people. I mean, make it really, really cheap. The whole point of this is to show how easy it is to get things when you're doing it together. And if you're doing it together, things get really, really easy and really, really cheap. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting out to my people. And like I said, please click on this link, look at those properties, comment back, come back to this video, and let's keep the conversation going. And if you guys got questions or anything like that, or if you even want to be involved in the meeting that I'm actually trying to put together, you can send me your information, and we can go from there. In this first meeting, I am not looking for anybody to write no checks, to make no commitments, to bring no money, to do nothing like that. Huh? Oh, I can't hear it. So that's what I want to do. I want to come together and just have a meeting. Let's have a meeting. Let's sit down and try to figure out what we can do together. And some people may group up with other groups. You may meet other people. You might want to just do it between your family and your friends. But I would love to have the input from everyone that's even remotely interested. So anyway, just wanted to drop this off on y'all, man, and hopefully it hit you in a good spirit. And let's do this, man. I wanna make sure that I'm educating people and helping us to work together. All right. So I will see y'all in the next video. Like, share, subscribe. All right. See y'all in a minute.